Today, we'll be talking about some of the things that we would never skip when vacationing down to Walt Disney World. Hello and welcome to the Let's Go to Disney podcast. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Lucy.
Today is Sunday, May 10th, and you're listening to episode 139, Things We'd Never Skip at Disney. Before we get into today's main topic, here's what's going on in the parks right now. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party tickets are on sale as we speak. Sales opened on May 5th for guests with resort reservations, and they open to everyone else on the 12th, which is today as this episode airs. Tickets range from $119 to $229 per person, with $10 discounts on select nights for DVC members and annual pass holders. I actually bought my tickets for the party this week. We are going to be there on September 11th, so I'm going to be going with a couple of friends of mine, Sean and Corey, and we're really looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. Outside of that, May is a big month at Walt Disney World with attractions, reopening, previews, Cool Kids Summer kicking off. It's going to be really, I would say, a fun time to be at Walt Disney World, like just in the summer in general. And Disney also announced pass holder previews for Soarin' Across America. The limited time overlay coming to Epcot is, it's not like a full-blown new ride. It's just essentially like new scenes, and they're going to be featuring more like America landscapes, I guess you could say. And that's the annual pass holder previews are going to be on the 19th and the 20th.
Over at Hollywood Studios, there will also be annual pass holder previews for Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. This is going to be on May 21st to May 23rd. Rock and Roller Coaster will utilize a virtual queue with time drops at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. Both of these will open for all guests beginning on May 26th. Over at Disney Springs, Level 99 will open this summer, and Disney shared a look at the two-story bar that will be central to the space. It is a large circular bar with a ton of neon lighting, a massive wraparound screen with staircases lining either side. The 45,000 square foot venue will hold more than 60 mini games and challenges, and then dining and snack options as well.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be the biggest Level 99 anywhere in the country.
Very cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah. And for us, not a whole lot is new. Obviously, it's Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And happy Mother's Day to you, my wonderful wife.
Thank you.
It was a busy day. We just came back actually from dinner at my in-laws, so that was nice.
Yes, it's always nice to spend time with my mom and dad. We absolutely love it. The kids love going to their house too.
Yeah.
So, and they only live about 13, 14 minutes away from us.
Super close.
And then my aunt and uncle were actually able to stop in as well for supper. So it was good. I got to see a lot of people.
Yeah,
got to spend family time.
Exactly. Super good up until like 5 minutes before we were about to leave. Our daughter was rollerblading outside after dinner and she took a spill. And yeah, she's got some scrapes and bruises and she's pretty bummed out about it.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie, though. She'll bounce back.
Of course she will, yeah. So with that said, let's get into today's main topic, which will be some of the things we never skip when we're down in Walt Disney World. So once you've been down to Disney World once or twice, everyone just kind of develops their preferences, right? And they have things that they just want to do every trip. And obviously we're no different. Now, to be clear, we've done like a few best of episodes, right? And those are always fun and informative. But today won't necessarily be like the best or the most popular stuff. It's just going to be like our usual traditions and favorites, trip over trip. Not necessarily just attractions either, but like shows, entertainment, snacks, and a few other things thrown in as well. And with that, we'll kick it off with our arrival day. So obviously coming from Canada, we always fly, right? Otherwise, we would lose major time driving from Saskatchewan to Central Florida. But, with that comes a fun tradition that we never miss. And that's taking a video with the green carpet at MCO. So I'll usually actually take a video of my feet walking on the carpet. And I always post that to my stories because it's a tradition, right? Like to us, it means we're officially in Orlando, right? Or a vacation is officially on. And a lot of people do that. They post like the carpet, right? It's iconic. Yeah. It's like everyone recognizes that as the MCO carpet, right?
Absolutely.
And then like we just know inherently with that within an hour or so, we're going to be at our Disney resort and all is right in the world again.
That's right. Absolutely. There's nothing quite like arriving in Orlando. It is our happy place. And it's one of those places where you can just totally unwind and just enjoy ourselves. The kids know this too now. They generally behave so well on vacation. And I think a part of it is because they know they're getting vacation mom and dad, which means everybody's just a little bit more relaxed. And there's just usually much more yeses than normal. They always say, I see reels a lot of the times from moms or whatever that say, I didn't need a break from my kids. I just needed a break from the day-to-day so that I could enjoy my kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't need a break from your kids. Yeah. You need a break with your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we are all about that for sure. Yep. We still like our trips together, but right now we're kind of in our foursome family
for sure
vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another thing we always do on our arrival day is explore our resort because we always have to connect via Calgary or Toronto, even when we leave super early with the travel time and time changes. So we're usually landing in Orlando between 3 and 4 p.m.
Yep.
So our room is actually usually ready by the time we get there. We are usually going to drop our bags off, unpack the essentials like our toiletries and chargers and whatnot. And then we'll either go for a swim or check out the lobby and the grounds of the resorts, check out the merchandise store, or just grab a quick bite to eat depending on what time we arrive.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's somewhere we've never stayed at, which is a pretty small list nowadays, we'll actually grab a magnet from the gift shop, and we collect magnets from every resort we've stayed at, right? That just, there's like literally one from everywhere we stayed. There's a magnet on our fridge as we speak. So that's just a fun tradition for us. Now, if it's just Lucy and I, we probably are going into the parks, and it's usually Epcot so that we can get started on whatever festival is going on. But if we have the kids with us, depending on where we're staying, like kind of what Lucy was alluding to, right? We'll usually do dinner either at the resort or we'll head into Disney Springs. For example, in 2023, we stayed at the Poly with the kids and we ate at Ohana on that night. It just made sense because we were already staying there and we knew we actually wanted to eat there at some point during our trip. Having said that, Ohana on that day was probably not the best.
Probably one of our worst ideas.
Because the kids, like, it just
We're not feeling it.
No, it didn't speak to them. And like, to be fair, we didn't know at the time that, you know, you can order fries and like hot dogs and stuff and we'll bring that to you. We just didn't know.
Mac and cheese, I think.
Yeah.
So we just kept the traditional, what we love getting at Ohana, which is like all the signature
It's just whatever
items.
they bring you, right?
Yeah. And we even got them like fancy drinks. And our kids, we should realize they're like vanilla ice cream kids.
For
they
sure.
are not
They're plain Jane. Yeah.
fancy. So we learned a lot that first supper.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, exactly. You hit it on the head. And like,
now we know, keep it simple with our kids. Because one of the best nights on that first trip we ever took with the kids was actually eating at Kona Cafe. We left the park early that day.
Yeah.
We said we were all tired. We needed a break. We let them go swimming. We ate. We canceled our dining reservation. I can't remember where it was. And we ate at Kona Cafe and it was just chill and everybody was happy.
No, totally. You're absolutely right.
We should have eaten there on the first night.
yeah, probably that would have been a better option.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And now once upon a time in the good old days and even like in the Genie Plus days, we always recommended, and we ourselves always actually started our trips at Magic Kingdom. You know, it's the original park at Walt Disney World. It's the most iconic. So that was always our first visit. Nowadays, though, with Lightning Lanes being what they are and having the ability to book that 7 days ahead of check-in, it just makes sense to actually visit Animal Kingdom first.
Yeah, that's right. Animal Kingdom is either the park where Lightning Lanes are the least competitive. There's really not that many attractions on multi-pass over at Animal Kingdom. And really, if we're going to skip Lightning Lanes at any park, it is going to be Animal Kingdom. So it just makes sense to put that one on our first day. So we're now pretty much always, day 1 is Animal Kingdom, day 2 is Epcot, and then interchangeably days 3 and 4 are Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Lightning Lanes are typically the most competitive at those two parks.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, nowadays we, you know, I guess the never skip here is that we always start at Animal Kingdom.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
And then with that, let's get into some of the things we never miss out in each park. And we're going to start off with Magic Kingdom. So this shouldn't surprise anybody, but we never skip rope drop, and especially not at Magic Kingdom. We're usually some of the first guests at the touch points. And then when we're let into the park, we always make a beeline to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Fantasyland is one of the only 2 lands that open for early entry, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train always has a long line consistently throughout the day. It's also much better to rope drop this ride now because you can actually head straight to the attraction. Not so long ago, it actually would hold, not it, but the cast members would hold guests in a massive crowd. And I mean massive,
totally.
Between Cosmic Rays and Cheshire Cafe. And it was just an absolute mess. Now it's just much more orderly. You get your spot in line when you get there and away you go. If some people get ahead of you, great. But you get funneled into a queue very nicely, very quickly. And there's no stress. I have seen grown people pushing little kids out of the way to get from that mess. And it's still
not
that.
Anymore. Now it's very pleasant.
It's still like that at Animal Kingdom. I wish they would figure that out.
Which we're going to touch on for sure. The only thing that's actually hit and miss about rope dropping Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is that it often has a delayed opening, which is just such a bummer, right? Because if you're near the front of the touch points, that means you woke up early at your resort, you were on one of the first buses out or monorail or however you got there. And then, you know, you were near the front of the touch points and then you pushed to Fantasyland to be near the front of that pack. And then you finally
did the work.
That's the thing. It's like probably like 2 hours of work to get you to that point. And then you're like, delayed opening. Come on.
I would say half the time that we've rope dropped that, it's been not ready to start.
It's got to be close to 50-50 for sure. Yeah, totally.
And it sucks because then it throws your whole day off, because at that point, if you had gotten on properly, you would have ran over to Peter Pan's flight after that, before regular park hours even started.
Exactly. And I was about to exactly say that, right? So assuming all things are operating smoothly, right? As soon as we get off there, that's what we normally do, right? We head straight to Peter Pan's
every
flight.
time.
The line is usually starting to grow, but it's still manageable at that time, especially if we were on and off Seven Dwarfs nice and early. And then after that, we'll usually make our way into Frontierland. And now that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is open again, that's our go-to strategy ride. Like before it closed down, and it was closed for like a year plus, when we go to Magic Kingdom, we do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's flight, and then Big Thunder Mountain Railroad like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times every time, because the people that are still coming in at 9 o'clock that are now the gates are open, it takes them some time to get to
for sure.
Big
and they're
Thunder
not
Mountain.
Necessarily rope dropping Big Thunder, right? They might be going to like Jungle
Cruise. And they're not even rope dropping.
Or,
these are the regular folks. So we usually could ride it at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. And from there, we're usually doing a mix of lightning lanes and standby waits, right? Some of the rides we never miss outside of the ones we've already mentioned are Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Tron, Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, People Mover, Walt Disney World Railroad, and Carousel of Progress. We don't always do the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh or Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, and It's a Small World. We did it like often on our first few trips, but we've kind of like fell off. We don't do it as much anymore.
You can't even like relax on that one because the seating's all tight and it's like your head. Yeah, you can't even have a snooze.
I mean, let's not get too hard on it. It's still good, but we haven't visited as much recently. And then we rarely do any of the attractions in Storybook Circus, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, and some of the other shows like PhilharMagic, Enchanted Tiki Room, Country Bear Jamboree, and Hall of Presidents will like sometimes, but really not often.
The Hall of Presidents is good when you need some fresh air.
And AC.
Not fresh air, but AC.
Exactly. On a hot day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And then we usually catch the Festival of Fantasy Parade at some point. Not usually. We always catch that one. And we always as well watch the Happily Ever After fireworks at least once.
Agreed.
Normally we're in Magic Kingdom at least twice on our trip.
Yep.
So we'll always catch it once.
Yep.
So for food, we usually get a cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern every single trip, as well as the Nutella Fresh Fruit Waffle from Sleepy Hollow. We always grab a coffee from the Main Street Confectionery and an ice cream from the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. We'll sometimes do a quick service meal at either Columbia Harbor House or Pinocchio Village House. We don't often do a table service restaurant in Magic Kingdom, though. But if we were going to do it, we would likely be doing Skipper Canteen. That would probably be our top choice for sure.
Outside of like something special like Cinderella's Royal Table.
Yes, which we haven't done that now in a couple years because our kids have outgrown that one.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, we are probably just going to go to one of the resorts around the Magic Kingdom area to eat dinner. So that's going to be Steakhouse 71, 1900 Park Fair. Such a great restaurant. I love that one.
Yep.
Storybook Dining at Artist Point. Also wonderful. Ohana, love it. California Grill, just to name a few. We're much more likely to eat dinner at a resort on our Magic Kingdom night, for sure.
Absolutely.
We did eat, though, at Tony's Town Square, and it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. Agreed. Yeah, totally. We also never skip the Emporium and Star Traders, right? So that's 2 of the Magic Kingdom merchandise stores that we never miss. They would say it's 2 of the larger ones.
Yeah.
And Memento Mori. That's just outside of Haunted Mansion. And that's my favorite ride. So I always like to just pop my head in there and see.
They sometimes have some fun knick-knacks.
Yeah,
and the Christmas store.
For sure. You're right. Yeah. Ye Old Christmas Shop. I completely forgot about that one. But yes,
that's
we
a
always
must.
go there.
We always walk in there and we will, I would say 75% of the time buy something.
Like
if there's something
an ornament.
Brand new
yes.
that we've never seen before.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, next up, let's talk Hollywood Studios. We never skip rope drop here either, right? If we have the kids, we usually head straight to Slinky Dog Dash. When it's just Lucy and I, we likely are heading down Sunset Boulevard and doing Tower of Terror and Rockin' Roller Coaster back to back a couple of times if we can do it. In terms of attractions, because there's so few in the park, right? We do most of them every single trip. So that's Tower of Terror, Rockin' Roller Coaster, of course, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Star Tours, Rise of the Resistance, Toy Story Mania, and Slinky Dog Dash. We'll usually do Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run with the kids, and then sometimes just the 2 of us, but not always.
I can skip this one every time.
Yeah, and when I go solo, I don't do it. And we'll rarely do Alien Swirling Saucers, even with the kids.
They don't even ask us to do that one. I think we did it once with them. That's it.
Yeah, the first trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely not one we will visit very often.
Yeah, and then for shows, we almost always do Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular and the Frozen Sing-Along. We will sometimes do the Beauty and the Beast live on stage. Oliver has actually seen the refreshed Little Mermaid, A Musical Adventure, and The Villains Unfairly Ever After. So the kids and I obviously really want to see these two shows. We're very excited to see them.
For sure.
Those will not be skipped our next time.
No, definitely not. And I think that, based on what we like, I could see villains becoming an every trip thing that we must do. So that'll be a consideration for future trips.
And actually, our kids have not seen the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular
in its
full
entirety.
Because one time we got rained out, and then the first time we did it, they got halfway through and then the rain was coming, so they had to stop it. So that's one that will be a for sure next time too, that our kids will hopefully see the whole way through.
All the way through,
it's very cool.
Yep.
So outside of that, the Magic of Disney Animation is opening later this year. So that's definitely going to be a consideration for future trips. We obviously are definitely going to head in there when it opens.
Yes, absolutely, for sure.
For food and snacks, every trip we are getting a carrot cake whoopie pie from Trolley Car Cafe and the Wookie cookie from Backlot Express. If we stop for a quick service meal, it's likely going to be at ABC Commissary or Backlot Express. They actually have pretty decent menus here with some. We will often stop and get a Black Calf cold brew from Kat Saka's Kettle in Galaxy's Edge. And then for table service, we actually do eat dinner in Hollywood Studios pretty frequently. And that is because they have Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. That is a must do for us. We absolutely love it. The kids love it. Such a good restaurant.
No, totally.
And it's not like the food is phenomenal by any stretch of the imagination. It's diner type food. It's just the vibe of the restaurant is perfect, quiet, cool, dark. So it's just perfect to go to for us for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed 100%.
And when it's just Oliver and I, we actually love stopping at Baseline Tap House for a drink and a pretzel and charcuterie board. The outside seating here is absolutely perfect for people watching. A lot of the tables are shaded and it points you out towards the people.
Yeah, towards the entrance to Galaxy's Edge, like where Muppets Courtyard used to be.
Where the families are having their epic meltdowns. Yeah. It's just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I do love it there. That's
a good spot.
Not because of that, but the food.
Just being silly.
Yeah, the drinks and the snacks are really
hands
good.
Down a definite stop for us.
It's a can't miss when it's just the two of us for sure. And then for nighttime entertainment, Fantasmic is a must with or without the kids. Solo doesn't matter. We're always making time for Fantasmic because we love it. And we also always check out the shops along Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard. They have some good stores there, actually.
They do.
They always have exclusive mini ears and exclusive lounge
they have
flies
the best
and
mini
shirts.
Ears. Yeah, I agree.
Like that, for a while, I was looking for a complete blacked out Spirit jersey. So it was like a black Spirit jersey with black Walt Disney World lettering. And it's just a slightly different shade so you can see it. But I couldn't find it anywhere, but I found it at a shop at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Next up is Epcot. So if you're seeing a trend develop here, it shouldn't be surprising. We always rope drop here as well, though as many of you know, right, you have two entrances to Epcot, and which ride we rope drop is going to depend on where we're staying. If we're staying at a Skyliner resort, we're going to be going to Remy's, right, because we're coming from the International Gateway entrance. That's been the case for the last few trips we've been on, actually. We stayed at Caribbean Beach in May of 2025, and I stayed at Pop for Marathon Weekend. So, that meant International Gateway entrance.
Yeah.
But if we're staying anywhere else, we'd rope drop Guardians because we're coming from the front entrance. And we have to do Guardians.
And rope dropping Guardians is a newer thing too. We used to always go to Frozen.
That's right.
If we were coming from the front entrance.
That's right, because it was a virtual queue.
Yeah. So, but now it would be Guardians 100% Frozen.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
Outside of that, we'll always be doing Remy's, even if we don't rope drop it. Guardians, absolutely. This is also a single pass we always buy. We are always trying to ride Guardians as much as we can throughout our trip.
Absolutely. It's just that good, and everybody in our family loves it.
Absolutely. Yep. We always do Frozen. We do Test Track. Actually, the kids and I have never been on the new Test Track.
Yeah, the reimagined version.
Pretty excited for that next time.
Yep.
We always do Spaceship Earth. That is honestly a must for us. I love that ride. It's so great. Soarin', Living with the Land, that is an absolute must for us as well as a family. We'll often do Mission Space. Sometimes we'll skip it though. Sometimes we will also do Finding Nemo, the Grand Fiesta Tour, and the Moana walkthrough. Moana is usually only done when we have the kids. We wouldn't do that, just you and me, I don't think. And we very rarely do Figment. We haven't done it with the kids, and we only did it once, you and me.
Yeah, I think that's right. We've only done it once. But yeah, you're right. I agree. Just to circle back for a second, Spaceship Earth is just, that's to me is a classic. I don't know. It pulls at the
Judy
feels.
Dench starts to talk and you're
For
just
sure.
like, all right,
and
here we go.
It's definitely a ride I've fallen asleep on, but not in a bad way.
But in a comfortable way.
In a comfortable
you feel
way,
like
totally.
You're safe doing that there.
It feels like home, right? So
Absolutely. And then one thing that we always do, assuming that we are there during a festival, is we hit up the food booths and complete whatever food crawl is going on at the time. So this is either going to be the cookie stroll, the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, the garden graze, or Emil's fromage montage.
Yeah, absolutely. Going through the menus before our trip and then like picking up our passport and getting our stamps, just snacking around the World Showcase.
Love it.
Yeah, we really do love that. We never miss it. Another never miss for us in terms of snacks is the caramel popcorn from Caramel Kuche in the Germany pavilion. And Sean, if you're listening to this, I know you're probably smirking because you knew I was going to say that. And we're usually at Le Hall at least once as well, right? We often grab like, a croissant or just like, whatever pastry.
Yeah.
We're digging there because everything's good. We also often get ice cream or another sweet treat from L'Artisan des Glaces. That's where they have those like press brioche, ice cream sandwiches. Delicious. If we're eating an actual meal at Epcot, we'll sometimes do fish and chips from Yorkshire County Fish Shop. That's in the UK pavilion. And we'll almost always stop at Sunshine Seasons. And that's when we have the kids because they have like healthy options like
chicken Caesar salad is our kids love. Like they love that there.
And they also
oranges.
And they also have like sandwiches and like, veggies. So it's good to throw that in during your trip, right? We also always stop at Connections Cafe for a coffee, and that's the Starbucks there. And we'll sit down, we'll fill our water bottles. That's pretty much a given at some point during our trip. We're going to be sitting down at Connections. And if we do a table service restaurant, two of our go-tos here are Via Napoli, that's in the Italy pavilion, delicious pizza, and La Hacienda de San Angel, which is in the Mexico pavilion, not the one in the pyramid. That's San Angel in restaurant.
Yeah.
In our humble opinion, La Hacienda is the better of the two.
Agreed.
Not in theming, but in food.
Agreed.
And when we have the kids with us, they both really like Space 220, especially our son. So we're probably going
pretty
there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We also will always check out whatever is in Communicore Hall. So during the festivals, they'll have a display nowadays. And we usually also always do whatever show is happening at the America Garden Theater, whether that is Eat to the Beat concert series, the Candlelight Processional, the Disney on Broadway concert series, or the Garden Rocks concert series. We also always stay for Luminous, the Symphony of Us. We have our usual spot at the bottom of the World Showcase between Mexico and Canada, where we normally watch this from. And then we never miss shopping at Creation Shop. That is the massive merchandise location that is attached to the Connections Cafe.
Yeah, that's right. It's big, it's bright and airy.
There's lots of options there.
They always have a ton on offer. We just like walking through there.
Agreed.
Like even just anytime.
We always walk through there at least 3 or 4 times.
Always. All right, next up is Animal Kingdom. And we never miss rope drop here either. And there's no disputing where we're going. We follow everybody else and everybody else is heading for Flight of Passage, right? Rope drop here, like you were mentioning earlier, is still chaotic. So everybody books it to Pandora and is held on the far side of the bridge leading into the land from Discovery Island. And then it's just a mass of people all moving forward at the same time. And then they like take you right, and then a member like plants, and then you all hook around this cast member. But then people from the back of the line,
many people cut
to go across.
It takes all my strength to not become a Karen. No offense to all the Karens out there that are named Karen and aren't actually Karens.
Yeah, but anyways, it's not a very pleasant thing.
It's terrible.
But
it's short-lived, though.
It is.
You do get into a proper queue pretty quickly. It's just that initial little bunching.
Yeah, and if you're anywhere near the front of this pack, you usually have a very, very short wait, if not walk on. After that, we never missed Navi River Journey, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Expedition Everest, Dinosaur until very recently. We know it's closed now. And we'll often, not always, do the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. That's just like the walking path where you can go see the gorillas, and the Maharaja Jungle Trek. This is where you'll see like Baxo, the little tiger. And we rarely do Kali River Rapids.
You hate being wet.
I hate getting wet for sure. Like maybe if we have the kids with us and it's like the summer and it's actually really, really hot, then I would.
Our son isn't a big fan of being wet in his clothes either. So.
But like outside of that, it's probably not getting done.
No.
And the strategy is also very likely going to change once the new Tropical Americas themed land opens over in like the old dinosaur area of the park, right? They are going to have a new Encanto attraction and the reimagined dinosaur into Indiana Jones. So that's going to change, I think, rope drop strategies and all that.
For everybody, probably.
For sure. For shows, we always see Festival of the Lion King. It's probably one of the best shows, if not the best show on all of Walt Disney World property. And then
very Broadway level.
For sure. And then sometimes we'll also do Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond. Lucy and the kids have actually not seen yet the Zootopia Better Together show. It was cute, and I think you guys will like it. But having said that, I don't think it will become a must.
No, we'll see it the one time, and then we'll probably not see it. We saw the Bugs Life one once, and we were like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, once or twice.
Yeah.
But I think Zootopia, the kids will like it more than the Bugs Life. Yeah. But I still think it's yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and then that will more likely change everything here. So Lightning Lane priorities, rope drop, how much time people spend in the park. For snacks, we don't have anything here that is super iconic that we have to get every single trip, but we do really enjoy the pineapple crisp sundae from Tamu Tamu over in the Africa section. And then for quick service, we're usually a Situli Canteen family. And if not, we like the Flame Tree Barbecue as well. It's a good location.
Yep.
And when it's just Oliver and I, we almost certainly are stopping at Nomad Lounge for a drink and some light bites, just like at Baseline Tap House.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
We almost never eat dinner at Animal Kingdom for two main reasons. One, we're usually not there come dinner time. And two, there's not anywhere that we would eat regularly there. We have eaten at
Yak and Yeti.
Yak and Yeti. It was good, but like we just ate it there the once.
Yep.
I would try Tusker House with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they would probably like it for sure.
Otherwise, yeah, there's not a ton of options anyways. And like we said, we're usually out of there by like 2:30.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll always check out the stores around Discovery Island. There's actually quite a few there. There is no standing nighttime show at Animal Kingdom like there is at the other parks, and that's because it closes early, right? But what we will say is that if you're at Walt Disney World during the months where the days are short, so think like, December, January-ish, if Animal Kingdom is open when it's dark out, it's 100% worth staying late or going back before closing to see Pandora at night. It's like all lit up with bioluminescence beautiful. And definitely worth checking out. Yeah. All right. Next up, some things that we never miss at the resort. So like we touched on earlier, we'll always explore the resorts we're staying at, obviously, right? And swim in the pool when we have the kids with us. We don't usually swim when it's just the two of us. We will always take a ride on the Skyliner, whether or not we're staying at a Skyliner resort, right? That can be to go and visit one of those resorts like Riviera for like, a Topolino's breakfast or something like that, or just riding in between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. We'll always take the monorail, again, whether or not we're staying at a monorail resort. Same reasons, right? To eat at a resort or just go and grab a Dole Whip at Pineapple and I or something like that. We also have snacks that we love that we'll often go out of our way for. So this could be Zebra Domes at the Mara at Animal Kingdom Lodge, beignets from the Scat Cats Club Cafe at Port Orleans French Quarter, and almond cold brew from Le Petit Café at Riviera, just to name a few. There's lots of good snacks hiding in the resorts.
Yeah, that's right. And we also never miss a visit to Disney Springs. We're never there for long, usually just a few hours, but we will always head to World of Disney, check out what's new there. We're often going to head to Gideon's Bakehouse as well to grab a cookie. We usually have dinner here. Some of our go-tos are Homecoming, Summer House on the Lake, Boathouse, Frontera Casina, Wine Bar George, and Raglan Road. And we always get dessert from Swirls on the Water. That's just a tradition for us no matter what.
Yeah, usually we're trying whatever like
flavors
swirl flight is going on at the time.
Yeah, for sure. And then beyond the parks, the resorts, and Disney Springs, me personally, I will never skip buying a Coke at Disney. Just, it tastes different. It's better. It's like getting a coffee at Starbucks. It's really the same as anywhere else, but it just hits a little different at Disney. It's nice and crispy.
For sure. Yeah.
Not diet.
A crispy
regular
Coke. Yeah.
Crispy
No,
Coca-Cola.
for sure. Like you like your Cokes. And we both like coffee. But yeah, everything tastes better at Disney. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. And then we always take photos in front of the icons. So Cinderella Castle, the Tree of Life, Tower of Terror, and Spaceship Earth. I love having the photos of my kids in front of those every year because they look different.
Older,
It's important to me. Yeah, I can. It's the same photo. They're probably making the same faces, but they look different to me.
Yeah, totally. We also never skip afternoon breaks anymore, right? That's been worked into our vacations now. And whether like it's a sit down meal, heading back to the resort for a swim, sitting down at a lounge, whatever it is, we're working in a break nowadays. We also never skip park bags. So we know some people like to travel light, but we have a few essentials that we always have with us no matter what when we head into the parks. So we have a couple of phone batteries, umbrellas, hand sanitizer, sunscreen, painkillers, extra layers, right? Depending on the time of year. Anything else we bring in? Refillable water bottles. And
yes, those are a must for us
for sure. We never go into the parks without those things. Yeah. Yep. And we'll close with, I thought this would be fun. What makes a Disney trip feel complete, right? So like of the things we don't miss, like what makes you feel like a completionist? Like, okay, I've done the thing and my Walt Disney World trip is complete.
Yeah, absolutely. If I've hit all 4 parks, hit all of my favorite rides and snacks in no particular order. That to me just feels like a complete trip. When we were there for one night in November after our cruise, when we did Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, that did not feel complete to me. Actually, it made me sad, which kind of sucks because it was a nice night.
Yeah.
But it was tough for me to know Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom were right around the corner. We were on a resort and I had to leave the next day.
And we weren't going.
I found that really tough. I haven't had that experience since May of last year of just a full Disney trip. And don't get me wrong, our November trip was awesome because we focused on Universal Studios, which our kids had never done, and then our cruise, which none of us had ever done. So it was an amazing trip. But to give me that 1 day teaser on Walt Disney World property was tough.
Yeah.
So I keep telling Oliver, I'm not usually the one itching for another trip. He usually is the one that's like, okay, we need to go. I've been saying to him, I'm ready. Our little foursome needs another trip here.
Yeah, agreed 100%.
Oh, what about you?
I feel the same, right? It's got to be the whole thing, right? Arriving at the airport, checking into our resort, hitting each park, like all of our must-dos, right? Like a few dining reservations sprinkled in there, a ton of snacks, of course. That to me feels like a full trip.
Agreed.
Same as you, I feel the same, right? When I was at Walt Disney World for a marathon weekend, I was there for a full week, but it didn't feel like a full trip. And I think it's because it was race centered, right? So I didn't like rope drop every park. I didn't hit all of the things we would normally hit as a family or just the two of us, right? So yeah, like you, I'm itching for one of our, I would say, like traditional trips.
Our May trips. And right now it's May.
Yeah.
And I think we were having all of our, photos are showing us memories and Facebook is showing us memories of our previous trips. And we usually tend to go end of April, beginning of May.
With the kids. And then we go in the fall or around Christmas times, you and me.
But now the kids have been coming all the time with us. They're lucky little kids.
Yeah.
And but this is normally our kids' trip time of year.
Exactly.
So to not be there right now is very like, oh man.
Yeah, totally. Walking down Main Street, hearing the background music in the lands, experiencing that first ride of the trip and just like the first snack and just everything that follows. To me, all of that has to happen for it to be like a true trip.
And we are definitely due for one.
Yeah. With that said, thank you for joining us today to talk Disney. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And as always, if you could leave us a rating and review, it would be greatly appreciated. If you choose to do so, you can leave reviews right on Apple Podcasts. And for Spotify, you can leave a rating.
You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at Let's Go.to-Disney, as well as on our Facebook page, Let's Go to Disney. We share some helpful reels here as well as some fun ones. The link tree in the show notes will take you to all of our socials.
Have a great day and we'll see you real soon.